There are two reasons executives struggle with this paradigm shift. First, if they have not done cold calling in a while, they may still think it works as well as it did, say, 5 years ago. If you as a salesperson did not monitor your behaviors through the use of a detailed prospecting plan or some other method of gathering real data, there is no way to prove you're doing the work your manager requires. Second, some leaders have a mindset toward their salespeople that they need to cut their teeth by grinding out cold calls, even if these calls are proven not to be very successful, simply as a way to develop the toughness required to be successful in sales. We understand all that, but with technology distracting everyone throughout the day like never before, we need to acknowledge that this is a new era. One of the biggest complaints we hear from executives and sales managers is their people are not doing enough prospecting. We think it's imperative to determine the most effective ways to prospect and leverage those ways. A new approach. If you found yourself frustrated with the diminishing returns from traditional prospecting methods, if you have tried and failed to use social media and email to develop a consistent stream of quality leads, if you have ever thought there should be a better structure to your prospecting strategy with a clear plan that turns leads into active business opportunities, you are the person for whom we wrote this book. Full disclosure, we've been there ourselves. Transitioning from the cold calling era of sales to today forced us to rethink our methods. Over the past few years, we have overhauled our entire prospecting approach. In this book, we are going to discuss the most effective ways to prospect using email and social selling interactions as the initial point of contact with the prospect. This approach is not meant to replace cold calls. It's meant only to give you the tools you need to evaluate which method makes the most sense given your unique situation. We believe that what we have to share here is of interest to frontline salespeople and to the executives who train, supervise, coach, and mentor them. For many sales professionals, prospecting via email and social selling is a whole new world. We'd like you to think of this book as a map of that world. There is a clear reward for learning to navigate it. At the end of the book, we'll share a double case study of two companies who have implemented the processes and strategies we'll be sharing with you in the chapters that follow. Here's a little preview. Digital outreach, the bottom line. Over a 4-year period, Company A showed a 47% increase in revenue, 73% of which was generated by the combination of the outreach processes explained in this book. Company B had an even more impressive increase in revenue over those same 4 years, 311%. The percentage of its revenue generated by the very same digital outreach processes was 71.1%. How did they do it? We're glad you asked. That's what we're about to find out together. Here's a brief summary of what you'll find in this book. Chapter 1 gives you an overview of the email prospecting program we've developed. If you're skeptical about whether such a program could possibly be as effective as the cold calling techniques with which you're familiar, we ask only that you keep an open mind as you read. We will share ways to frame your emails to increase the chances of a response. These are not suggested theories on what could work, but actual templates and scripts that have given us a much higher rate of success than when we used a cold call. In addition, we will discuss how many emails is the right number, how often to wait between emails, and many other best practices around prospecting with email. In Chapter 2, we will teach you how to maximize the passive. There are many ways to harness the power of technology to assist in prospecting efforts, rather than simply wasting precious time. We'll share new ideas on who should be doing the lion's share of email prospecting, where high-powered salespeople should be focusing their time, and how to